There. Yeah. Good.
All right.
Hey,
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back.
what's going down, clowns?
Yeah, we're back with another Rodney Igor show.
Part
Two dads, one cup.
Part two.
Part deux.
Yeah.
Part deux. So first, I gotta get my celebratory drink on. Yeah. If I can even open it. Trim my nails. Now I can't even open a damn drink. For real, I can't. Ow.
Did you trim your toenails?
I don't know. Maybe I should try my toenails.
Try your toenails. There we go. Good lad. So how's everybody doing?
It's only a little bit of pain.
Strong. So
All right.
how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing rocking and rolling and great and fantastic.
Yup. Because we got some doozies here for you.
We got a doozy.
Like last week. Last week we had done what was it? What was it that we did? We did the anime dads. We did the anime dads last week. And this week we are going to be doing their counterparts, the comic books. Comic book dads.
So this is part 2 of Two Dads, One Cup.
Yep. So this is the second part. And we already have our bracket set up here.
Brackets.
We got it right here. Can you hold the other side?
Oh, Jesus Christ. What am I, Ben and White?
Okay. Yeah, no.
Okay, so
Gotta make sure we do this here on the whole thing.
Couldn't you
So we
write
got-
it? See,
There we go.
yes, I could somewhat read it.
Quit picking on my chicken scratch. So, so we have Howard Stark versus Omni-Man.
Okay.
Then it's going to be Bruce Wayne versus Thanos.
Everybody's thinking Bruce Wayne. Wait,
Yeah.
there's more.
But there's more.
There's more.
Then we have Odin versus Ra's al Ghul.
Rage.
Raze, whatever.
Not raise like I want to rage.
Rage.
It's
Rage.
rage.
Like Rash, only an A
No.
sound. Rash.
Rash, Algul.
Rosh.
There's an ointment for that.
Rage. Okay. Preparation H. Then we'll have Norman Osborn
I'll help his ringworm.
versus Brian Banner.
Some people are like, who's Brian? Wait, there's more.
Yep.
There's
You'll
more.
See. You'll see.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to probably defer a lot to this episode to my co-host here because he knows a lot more about comic books than I do.
Just like how Rod here knew more about anime than I did. I knew some of it, but comic books, I know a little bit more knowledge. So
Yeah.
let's go with the first one right off the bat here. First bracket list.
It's Howard Stark versus our Omni-Man.
So Howard.
I can go ahead and drop it now.
Oh, yes.
You can go ahead and set it down so we don't have to hold this damn thing the entire
right behind
time.
here. No, right here, behind here. Perfect.
It might knock down the green screen.
Nah, shh. Push
It might knock down the green screen.
Like that, fool. Oh, look. Hold it like this.
Yeah, fuck it. There we go. That's my solution. Fuck it.
Worst dad ever.
Yeah, I should be in this. I should be in this this thing.
The live action version of the worst dad ever.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You versus Genghis Khan.
I don't know. Technically, I am half Korean. I might actually be partially related to Genghis Khan. Who knows?
Second cousin removed.
I know, right?
Twice.
removed. Against their will.
Well, let's go with Mr. Howard Stark.
Okay, let's see here. Now, for him, I was last time I did like a lot of YouTube videos and stuff like that. For some of these, I got a mixture this time because, like, I know in comic books, like clips from like the MCU, things like that, and it doesn't portray the character properly. I think as far as the canon is concerned.
If it does, it's to a certain extent, and with that certain extent, they haven't had a chance to explore it yet. It's just kind of a beginning.
Yeah.
And everybody's all wondering, like, you're talking about Tony Howard Stark, but why is Batwoman and Batman on there? Well, we're trying shoestring productions. But Howard's his only bad ordeal was that he kind of neglected Tony in a way. He was a genius on what he was doing. He had some tie-ins with Miss Fisto.
Miss Fisto?
Miss Fisto.
Miss Fisto. Miss Fisto. That sounds like one of those porn. It's like a porn villain, Miss Fisto.
Let me get more in the center here. There we
go. Yeah.
Miss Fisto. Well, there was a He-Man.
It was Mephisto. Right? That's the name. Mephisto? Yeah.
But in a drag queen world, he's known as Miss Fisto. There's a He-Man character actually called
Mephisto?
Fisto. Or Mr. Fist or Fist Man.
I don't remember. I don't remember that.
He had like a big gauntlet fist and
I do remember that.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
He'll punch people and every anus he punches, he comes up with a different watch. But I do digress.
Yeah. So then we're gonna
So with Howard Stark, he wasn't really much around. He was doing his own business. Tony, being the genius, future playboy, future philanthropist that he was, did his own shtick. Did his own trouble.
But didn't he learn a lot of that from like his dad's younger years or some shit?
Somewhat, yes, but not too many people know about this. But Tony had another brother, or he had a brother.
Brother from another mother?
No, yeah. This is where it gets weird. He finds out that he's adopted, so he's not really a Stark. He was just some brainiac.
Adopted.
Yeah, he was just some brainiac kid that they adopted and realized what a future this guy was gonna do.
Yeah. So not only was Tony adopted,
his brother was actually smarter than him.
Okay.
So the dad wasn't really right around. He left some sort of a legacy, like whatever, it's here, this, blah, blah. So neglection, I think that was the only thing that's bad for a father to do for a child. So.
I thought he actually hit him. I thought that he would drink and he would beat Tony. I thought
he was an alcoholic. The beating, I'm not quite sure.
Oh well, we'll read this little brief synopsis of Howard Stark. So it says,
let me see here.
Abuse, no, Howard Stark wasn't father of the fucking year. What a start, right?
I don't know.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and read this out. Okay, note to self, do not read any more fics that have Howard Stark in the tags. I was happily enthralled in yet another long fic, and bam, again, here's Steve reminiscing about Howard. By Steve, I'm thinking Captain America, Steve Rogers.
Perhaps.
Correct me if I'm wrong, okay? And Howard, I'm waiting to say for Tony to say, actually, my old man was a total dick who physically and mentally abused me my whole life. But no, what I read instead is, yeah, I miss him too. No, just no. Somebody's making fan fiction, making Howard Stark look out to be like an angel. Okay, the only thing Tony would miss about that man is the bruises on his body carried when Howard was around. I understand that many people haven't read the comics, and I understand that some people have totally twisted the whole my greatest creation bullshit speech from Iron Man 2 to mean that Howard loved Tony, but fuck, if you spend enough time on Tumblr and cruise the Tony Stark Iron Man, or hell, even the Steve Tony tags, you're going to see the reason why any posts on my blog that have Howard in them are tagged Howard the Bastard. This person's kind of going in raw a little bit there on Tony. Not on Tony, but Howard.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, let's see here.
He's going into a Stark pretty raw.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so it says, Howard Stark was physically and mentally abusive to his only child. Plain and simple. It's not made up, I guess, canon. Or fanon.
Fan fiction?
I guess so, yeah. I guess that's what they're trying to say.
Well, not too much history is known about it. That I know of. I'm not saying I know everything, but it should have been produced a little bit more if he was abusive.
Yeah.
For the story to help out with the character development for Tony Stark.
But I kind of think that maybe it was because like most people's impression of Howard Stark is what they got from the MCU.
True, to an extent. I mean, he looks like he was... Mama wasn't around for one. but looks like Tony was a chip off the old block by being a playboy and doing all this other stuff and all that. But
okay, now we got here. It's not made up fanon to make Tony seem even more of a tragic hero. It's canonical fact. Case in point, and they bring up this comic book panel here. Let me actually see if I can blow it up. Enhance. I don't think I can read it. No, I cannot read that at all.
If they shout enough, would they...
Let me try it one more time. Let me try to enhance one more time. Enhance. Oh, it can't enhance anymore.
Have you give it a blue pill?
I don't know. Let me see here. What we got here.
I guess I could read Tony.
Tony, yeah, look. There he is. He's fucking beating Tony's ass. Right there.
Well, he's just slapped something out of his hand.
He slapped the thing out of his hands. Tony's crying. Not convinced. Okay, try this. Okay, it all started with the erector set. It was logical, reliable, and then things began to make sense for the first time when I was 5. Nothing else was. So you see, son, that pi is a special number. If God has sent us a message telling us that he exists, it's in here somewhere. Okay, and it's just a scratch, boy. Quit your carrying on. Sniff, sniff, sniff.
Well, maybe this is why he doesn't believe he's not a spiritual man. He just believes in science, and that's it.
Yeah, I guess so. And it says, you don't want to be a sissy now, do you? Stark men are made of iron. Wow. Hardware was very easy to understand. So now I guess it's going more into the psychological abuse right there.
So he didn't really he wasn't really physical. It was more a mental thing.
More like neglect and emotional damage. Okay, so then he said, he started out when Tony was a child and never stopped. Howard is the reason that Tony's armor is so thick. Not his red and gold shiny armor, but the one that is made of years of emotional and physical scarring. The one he can pull on at a moment's notice and dazzle crowds with. The one he hides behind so no one can hurt him anymore. Yes, he can be arrogant and brash, but there's a reason for that. If you don't let them in, if they only see what you want them to, no one can hurt you. That kind of mentality isn't inherent in his genetic makeup. It is a learned behavior, and he had the best teacher in the world reinforcing the reasoning behind Tony's wall building every day. Howard.
Oh, Howard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, he's kind of a dick, but I don't think he has the shtick to kind of beat his opponent. But maybe he will. I don't know.
And it says, need more convincing? Yeah, Howard was such a perfect father, he abandons his wife and child. Yeah, that's true. He did, didn't he? For a while there? Yeah, and then also he would constantly talk about, Steve, if I remember right. Wouldn't he? He would always talk about Captain America.
So he saw Captain America as somewhat of a father figure, and now that he became a teammate, he could be able to fight against the side of his idol.
Yeah, something like that. So then, and then when he does stick around, things were so much better. I guess that was meant in sarcasm. Do not talk back to your mother. You were told to take your seat now. Take your damn seat. And look at that. For pulling his hair and shit. And then there's Howard's legacy to Tony, not the estate or the company of the fortune, but this. Because nothing says I love you, son, like shaming your pre-grade school kid into drinking to be a man like daddy. Oh, yeah. See? Basically turning him into a drinker.
Already at such a young age.
Yeah. So Howard abused that child from day one. He took what he saw as a weakness in Tony, everything sweet, pure, and innocent, and beat it out of him. There's no redeeming factor in Howard Stark's character other than the fact that he sired Tony. He crushed the child's spirit at every available opportunity, and that's why Tony is. And I quote from the last fic I read where Howard is the perfect father. Tony, you are just a poor little rich boy. Howard, on the other hand, always was and always will be an abusive bastard.
Well, there you go. Well, looks like I learned something about this. Why all the my favorite takes place in different universes entirely. Okay, well, So he was a dick.
Yeah, and then it goes into like the movie verse and stuff like that. Okay, yeah. So anyway, that's that.
Okay. Don't make it microscopic.
Okay, so
Jesus fucking Christ.
I can still see. I can still read some of the words.
I'm old. I need
But,
my readers can't read that shit.
I'm not that much further behind you. Okay, so that was Howard Stark.
Those
Now we're
glasses
gonna
are for
go.
looks.
Now we're gonna go to Omni-Man.
Omni motherfucking man.
All right, now
This
tell
alien.
me what you know of Omni-Man
Okay.
and his parenting prowess.
Well, everybody knows Howard Stark, father of Tony Stark from Marvel Comics. Omni-Man, which is from the comics of Invincible from Image Comics. Not too many people know about Image Comics. A lot of high talented artists at the time of the 1980s, like Todd McFarlane, Jim Lee, and some others. Rob Liefeld. They actually left Marvel and they created their own a company called Image Comics, and they created their own characters because at the time for big comic companies like Marvel and DC, which when they decide to create a character, they don't have the rights to their creation.
Yeah.
So that actually would piss them off partially because
Becomes somebody else's intellectual property when they had nothing to do with it.
even though they came up with all the shtick and all this stuff, left
Yeah.
and right, no, it's ours now because you worked for our company and this is what you do. I mean, this is ours now. So these artists, they actually band together, moved to make their own shtick, and they create some very interesting characters. Like Tom McFarlane created Spawn. There was the what's it called? The team called the Wildcats. There was the Savage Dragons. Savage Dragon, I should say. So it was somewhat spin-offs of some characters already existed, but with their own twist.
Yeah.
Like the Wildcats, they were like a combination of Avengers, X-Men-ish kind of a thing. Gene X was kind of an intake of the New Mutants with a twist.
Mm-hmm.
Spawn was something entirely different.
Uh-huh.
And
The clown was creepy though.
Spawn was creepy. I did like Spawn.
No, the clown in it. What was his name?
The Violator.
Yeah, he was kind of creepy.
John Leguizamo actually played a pretty good
Creepy looking name.
version of him, actually.
Oh yeah.
And then the HBO special when they had the animated series.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I forgot the voice actor's name, but he actually did a good job.
Okay.
So within time, they made other characters, and one of them was Invincible. Kirkland had a great deal with it. Everybody knows him from The Walking Dead, which also came from a comic.
Uh-huh.
And it's based off something like the son of Superman in a way.
Oh, okay.
So the theory was like, yeah,
I gotcha.
his father's the world's greatest hero, but there's a twist. So now, because of that, he wasn't quite sure if he was gonna have these powers. His dad told him, "You know what? You may have it, you may not. We'll wait until what's going on and go from there." Once he got his powers, he goes, "All right, time to work."
Mm-hmm.
Did what he can, and found out that his dad was kind of a dick, dude.
Yeah.
He killed that universe's version of the Justice League, like 3 minutes or so, something like that.
Jesus Christ.
And then
Even look at him. He looked like a badass there.
with that 70s porn stash.
Yeah. You know what? Now that I think about it, there aren't really many comic book heroes that do have mustaches. I seriously can't really think of any. Even Wolverine, you would think his hairy ass would have one, a mustache, but
Lobo, but he has the handlebar mustache. It just looks like it's like the lines, but it's a handlebar mustache.
Ah, okay. Man, that's crazy. I never really thought about that before. Maybe that's why he's so distinctive. He has a stash. Maybe that's what it is.
And after Yeah, I'm like thinking like,
Now we just need some background. Oh, you're trying to think of which other ones have mustaches?
Next episode. No.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I think Omni-Man sticks in my head when I first see him. It's like, because his defining feature is, of course, you got the gray hair, but the stash, too. He's got the stash going for him.
He has the I'm aging gracefully with the whites on the sides, almost like Mr. Fantastic from Fantastic Four.
The touch of gray.
The touch of gray. There you go. It's not 50 Shades.
I know what the shit he's trying to do. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and get to this video here. Let's get to this video here. It's like, give everybody a kind of a little bit more.
You want to play it?
Of a insight to Omni-Man. Yeah.
All right.
Here we go. And can't hear it. Give me 1 second. I gotta fix the other computer. I forgot. Oh, that's why. I know why. Hold up. 1 sec.
Our tech's gonna work on it right now as we speak.
Actually, I can do it from right here.
Come on now. The plot thickens. So pretty much what happens is that Omni-Man actually tells his son Mark, who is invincible, okay, here's what happened. Here's what I told you. I'm actually an alien.
Real quick. Could you mute that top sound bar, please?
Up here?
The sound bar. You see where our sound's wiggling?
Up here.
The one right above it. Could you mute that one?
This one up here?
Yeah. Otherwise, they're gonna wind up getting echoes and stuff. Right there, that one. All right. Okay. Now, sorry about that. Here we go. Now it should work.
Do you really think you can stop me?
Oh shit, man! He just fucking crushed his face. So
Try to
goddamn
hit
it.
me.
Really?
Yeah. Good. But try it a little more like this.
Like what? You hurt me.
You know, ever since Mark got his powers, you've been different.
I'm trying to teach him.
You've been distant, annoyed at everything, and you've been mean.
I've been under a lot of stress.
Nolan,
Do you trust me, Debbie?
there's a dragon behind you.
Please. Do you trust me?
And this dude, man.
I trust you.
You have no idea how much I needed to hear you say that.
Okay, now do something.
I'm on vacation with my beautiful wife. Let Cecil earn his paycheck.
Do you think I should help this Titan guy out?
You'd be making a huge mistake.
What? Why?
Why?
Because he's using you.
I'm not an idiot, Dad. I know when someone's lying. Titan never wanted to be a criminal in the first place. He has a family. I think his daughter's sick.
Even if that was true, you're a Viltrumite. Okay? You fought off an alien invasion, saved the country from an asteroid. This is beneath you.
Why would you tell Mark that saving lives is beneath him?
Other people save lives. Mark saves millions. He needs to think big.
I just want to know why.
Wow.
Every one of the Guardians risked their necks for you, over and over again.
I never needed their help. They were weak.
Here's what he did.
Oh my.
That's the version of the Flash. That's
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh shit, she still comes.
yes.
Why? Why?
Fucking hell, man.
You don't seem to understand. Earth isn't yours to conquer.
God damn.
I like the guy.
Oh,
He don't just he uses the gun as a bullet. Oh, giving away the position. Oh shit!
No, wait. Just wait. You've been spying on me? On my family?
No, it was for your family's protection.
You were always so pathetic, Donald.
dun dun dun.
Little lapdog.
Oh, he went for the face. Oh,
Ow.
It's been an honor, sir.
Who are you talking to?
it's funny.
Wow.
We trusted you! You betrayed us!
Wait a minute.
You should-
Didn't he cut off his head earlier?
His special power is that he can rejuvenate.
Oh.
I forgot his superhero name, but he's lived like through like so many years because he could rejuvenate.
Oh, okay.
So even though his head's still in, as long as his head's still intact.
Oh my God.
No, this doesn't make any sense. You love me. You love Mom.
I do love your mother, but
That's a pet.
she's more like a pet to me.
A pet?
This is the only way, Mark.
Don't touch me.
Calm down.
I will not calm down. This is insane. This is my home, and I won't let you destroy it.
You don't know what you're saying, and I can't let you interfere.
How could you do this?
That was your fault.
Oh,
Your
shit.
stubbornness against the inevitable
Oh my
killed those.
God.
How
That's
many
his
more
son.
need to die, Mark? It's
Yeah.
up to you.
I've seen you save people. I've seen you almost die to protect them. Maybe you were a Viltrumite when you came to Earth, but you've changed. You were happy here.
Sure, I was happy for a time, but I'm loyal to Viltrum, not this pathetic excuse for a civilization. You're doing this for
Wow.
nothing. Being a part of the Empire will make Earth better than it ever was.
And what if they resist?
That's why we're here. To keep them from resisting. To show them how wrong they are. How pointless it is. That they can be a part of something bigger. Or die.
This dude's fucking nuts.
Is this your first time seeing this?
Other than exact
You
by
want to
CJ
die
the Champ.
for
Yeah.
this planet? Fine. What's 17 more years? I can always start again.
Wow.
Make another kid.
Holy shit.
So as you can tell, Omni-Man actually lives for a very long time.
Dude fucked him up, man.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit.
As you can tell, he feels bad.
Yep.
Why did you make me do this? You're fighting so you can watch everyone around you die. Think, Mark. You'll outlast every fragile, insignificant being on this planet. You'll live to see this world crumble to dust and blow away. Everyone and everything you know will be gone. What will you have after 500 years?
You, Dad. I still have you.
Wow. So like why you so dumb, kid? You know. Fuck.
So
Wow.
basically, their race could actually live for a very long time.
Yeah.
Now Mark's part of that race where he could live a very long time. He's trying to help him out with that blow, saying, "What are you gonna have after everything you love is gone?"
Yeah.
So basically, they almost have a lifespan of a god. while to us we're like pets.
Yeah.
Maybe to them,
that's fucking crazy though.
to them, maybe we have about 2 years.
Okay,
You forgot your little.
no, I had it. I just don't know what I did with it.
I'm gonna pull a David Blaine and say, check your
There it
anus.
is. Nope,
Check your anus.
I found it.
Welcome to the Magic Show.
Because what you think is there, it really is not.
He's a witch. What source of alchemy is this? Let's bring this bad boy up.
Let's bring this bad boy up. All right, now. So, is it Howard Stark or Omni-Man?
I would say Omni-Man.
I'm going to concur. Omni-Man, I think, takes it.
He does have a redemption, but for so long, he's like, I'm doing this, pretending to be somebody just for the sake of our race.
Yeah, but I'm thinking at the same time, I think Howard Stark does kind of have a redemption too, a little bit. But I think that the fact that Omni-Man was like single-handedly slaughtering people.
I think, he was more heinous.
And the fact that he like quite literally beat the shit out of his own son, called his
wife
a pet. You know, and
well, in the word of Dominatrix, that's correct. So Omni-Man, the winner.
Yeah, see, but it makes you kind of think of things a little bit from Omni-Man's perspective here, a little bit. Almost kind of like the elves in Lord of the Rings, how they don't really live very long. I mean, how the elves live so long, and
they don't fuck humans.
Yeah. So Omni-Man advances to the next round.
Yay, Omni-Man! Nolan Grayson.
Howard has been eliminated.
Sorry, Howard.
Yep.
Sorry, Howard.
Okay, so next up we have...
Who's we got?
Bruce Wayne versus Thanos as...
Bad dads.
Bad dads. So
who's first, Bruce?
Yeah, Bruce is first.
Okay, let's talk about him. Yes, he's a hero. Yes, he's Batman. Yes, he's kind of like Iron Man, you know, billionaire, philanthropist. Oh, let me save some orphans while I'm at it.
Yeah.
What are you doing with those orphans? Are you giving them a good education to try to be better for society? Maybe run for politics to help with the city? No, let's do something different. Let's
teach the Joker how to use a crowbar.
No, that's later on. No, let's do this. Let me teach him. Let me teach him how to fight. Let me teach him how to use gadgets and fight criminals that he may get killed.
Yeah,
he may get shot or stabbed by grown men, psychotic women with power, with very strange power.
Yep.
Let me do that. Let me save this child and throw him against the wolves. Oh, yeah, that's one way of learning how to survive and doing shit like that. But not everything goes as planned. His prodigy, if you think about it, the one that was a promising son, Dick Grayson, the first Robin.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be the Robin no more. He didn't want to be under Batman's wing. He got the psychological thing where he wants to be a superhero, so he became Nightwing.
Yep.
Okay, so he was desperate. He thinks Batman needs a Robin. Got a second one, Jason Todd. But he was a little bit more ruthless. He loved injuring people.
But didn't Bruce actually have an actual biological kid too?
Well, that's true. Yes, he did. But that was way later.
But with what Talia
al Ghul.
Talia al Ghul, yeah. I think they had a biological kid, but he
almost became Psycho himself.
Yeah.
well, I was actually going to get to that. Here's the thing that was going on. So, with Jason Todd becoming the second Robin, for a while he wanted to find out who his mom was because his dad died.
Yeah.
So Bruce decided, you know what? Let me help you out, and they did the research and they narrowed it down to 5 women.
Okay.
So they actually traveled all over the world to try to find Jason Todd's mom. And everywhere they went, the Joker seems to be there. And the Joker's like, how the fuck do they know where I'm gonna be at? So the fifth mom looks like she was the likable candidate, and it happened to be the Joker happened to be there. They had him tied up, and that's when the infamous Joker beat him with a crowbar. Yeah. And they had that infamous little ballad bowl way before internet, way before, I think it was by phone. Mm-hmm. They asked the fans, you think Jason should live? Call in. Call this number for him to live. Call this number for him to die.
Damn.
And they said it was very close, but they wanted him dead.
Damn.
So after the Joker put a bomb.
Wow.
Well, because I think it was the fan base that did not like him in the beginning.
Yeah.
They just thought he was a Robin poser.
Uh-huh.
And they thought after killing them all, is this going to be the end of sidekicks for DC? Because Marvel never had sidekicks, only DC. Because Stan Lee never believed kids should be sidekicks. If you want to be a hero, like, grab your cojones and go fly out there.
Yeah.
That's why something like Spider-Man or the X-Men were very popular. Because Spider-Man was, in high school when he became a superhero. And he called himself Spider-Man. Not Spider-Boy or Spider-Kid. Or Spider-Teenage Boy. And then you have the X-Men where they were kids. The whole story about the X-Men, about mutants, is that they gained their powers when puberty hit.
Yeah.
And then with that, what people don't understand, they fear.
Yeah, and kudos to Professor X for dealing with that much puberty.
Oh,
at once,
boom, boom, boom,
and new powers and everything. God damn,
pimples and
stuff. Pimples and powers.
Pimples and greasy hair.
I wonder if that's one of his classes. Pimples and powers.
Blackheads and blackouts. I don't know.
No. Don't smile. Here we go. All right, here we go. 3 reasons why Batman is a horrible father.
Batman is a great hero. He protects Gotham from the shadows and is known for never giving up and having a will of iron. But one thing he isn't known for is being a good father. He does have his moments, but for the most part he has continuously lied to the Bat family, purposely withheld information from them, and manipulated them all in one way or another to his own designs. And though he has adopted quite a few orphans over the years, his first orphan was Dick Grayson, and he is the one that Batman has arguably mistreated the most. From spanking him on his birthday once for each year, for no reason other than his own insanity, to having him fake his own death, telling no one but Batman that he is alive, so that his friends and family all grieve and mourn the loss of his passing, and then when he comes back it destroys part of their lives. All because Batman needs him to go undercover. And Batman doesn't really care much about people's feelings, and he's not really that fussed about how they're going to feel about this betrayal. Hence why everyone in the Bat family has such a, shall we say, prickly relationship with him. So needless to say, he's not going to win any Father
Hold on a
of the
second.
Year
Was that
award.
Deathstroke in there?
No. What happened was when Jason Todd died, he actually went insane. It was called Death in the Family, the series. So he died, and they buried him, and he went after the Joker and almost killed the Joker because he killed Jason Todd.
Oh, okay.
And then there was a good while where he got extremely reckless and he didn't give a fuck about anything. Like, he infiltrated like a mob boss's dinner, and he played their waiter. And right in front of them, he was actually dressing up as Batman while they were discussing.
Wow.
So he was kind of like, I don't give a shit anymore. The only one that saved him from his sanity was Tim Drake, which happened to be became the third Robin.
Oh, okay. Look at that.
And the reason why he
Spanking Robin.
Spanking
Spanking Robin.
That's one of my finishing moves when I was a wrestler.
Wow. Spanking the Robin.
Spanking the Robin. No, but
so there's bird calls. There we go.
When I do it, like,
yeah.
Desgraciado. So,
Okay.
But the only reason why Bruce Wayne took him in is that he actually went up to Wayne Manor. He told Bruce, "I know you're Batman. I know your identity." and he gave all the evidence, and he's like, damn. Unlike the other two Robins that were just brawlers, you know how to fight, this one was using his head.
Yeah.
He was being a detective.
Yeah.
So that's why he took the man. He's not one of the best Robin fighters, but he uses his knowledge to help try to win fights.
Yeah, so he's like
So he was the third
I
Robin.
can see now Bruce Wayne. Well done, kid. I'll adopt you. Now get your ass in here so I can beat your ass. That'd be
Pretty much.
okay.
Awards.
He forced his son to dig his own grave.
In the comic book World's Finest, issue 195, Batman and Superman infiltrate the Mafia. Superman's undercover character has to kill Bruce Wayne in order to prove his loyalty to
That
this
matches
Mafia.
Mahoney.
So the two fake his death, and then Superman hides the Mafia's boss at his Fortress of Solitude, and then Batman poses as the head of the Mafia so they can bring it down from the inside.
Mafia.
Unfortunately, when they were faking his death, Bruce Wayne hit his head pretty hard, and he goes a bit insane, and he believes that he actually is the head of the Mafia. So he reveals Superman's identity and then uses kryptonite to try and kill him. But Superman is able to convince him that he thinks he's in the Mafia too, and that he is loyal to him. So Batman decides to keep Superman around because he's a great weapon. But Batman also decides that they need to kill Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen, and Batman's sidekick Robin, Dick Grayson. So
I
they
had that
lure
same
Jimmy
coat.
and Robin to a junkyard and force them at gunpoint to dig their own graves. And just before Batman kills them, Robin pleads for his life, and his heartfelt speech is able to bring back Batman's memory, and so he doesn't end up killing the two. But still, having your adopted father point a gun at you and force you to dig your own grave just before he's about to shoot you and bury you in said grave, well, that's going to scar anyone for life.
That's love.
And the weirdest part of this
Tough
story
love.
is the fact
Tough
that
love.
Superman just seems to go along with it. He didn't stop Batman from shooting Robin, and if it hadn't been for Robin's heartfelt speech at the last minute, he would have been shot, while Superman just stood there and watched.
Well, if you think
Now,
about
this
it,
would be fine
Batman would
if
stop
Superman
the
and
bullet.
Robin had planned.
I mean, Superman would have came in and stopped the bullet if it went that far.
Yeah. Because he could have. There's nothing Batman could have done to stop him from doing that.
So
He was
that's-
fucking fast as shit.
So that's why he's calm, cool, and collective.
Yeah.
And by Bruce Wayne still thinking he's the mob boss, he's not going to be carrying kryptonite around because he's going to think, yeah, this is my secret weapon.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
planned this speech, but it doesn't come across like that at all. In fact, it comes across that Superman was literally just waiting for them to get shot. And really, it was just good fortune that Robin gave this speech when he did.
Oh. He kidnapped his son.
Kidnaps his own kid.
Frank Miller's All-Star Batman is something special in its own way. It's so bizarre and weird that it comes across as a parody of Batman.
I heard Frank
though
Miller's
apparently it's meant
version
to be
of it
taken
was kind of a trip.
seriously.
Yeah.
It has Black Canary watch Batman beat up some bad guys and then set them on fire, which turns her on so much that they end up having sex right then and there by the smouldering corpses of his victims.
Wow.
And the weird part is that that is far from the strangest
Wait,
moment in the comic short
She's
run.
with Green Arrow.
But one of the
It's like that's different.
I like the smell of corpses.
In the morning.
I'm
oddest
dripping.
and one of the worst
I know,
things about
right?
it is the way that Batman treats Dick Grayson. Batman abducts Grayson and tells him that he is now drafted into a war. And much like when the government drafts you into a war, you don't have a choice in it. And he takes him back to the Batcave, locks him inside, and tells him that he has to survive there with no food or water, just what he can find in the Batcave, as food will present itself.
Wow.
So basically, he's meant to eat rats to survive, just as Batman once did. Batman even loses it at Alfred just because he gives the poor kid a hamburger and puts a blanket over him, when really Batman should be grateful that Alfred doesn't call child services on him, because he's not even given the kid a bed.
Yeah.
And it's not as though he doesn't have a mansion filled with beds upstairs. Now, this isn't the only version of Dick Grayson's character where he's been kidnapped by Batman, but the way Batman treats him in this is definitely the worst he's ever had while being kidnapped by him.
Well, that's why a lot of people never liked that story.
Uh-huh.
A lot of fans hated that story because they're like, this ain't fucking Batman.
Yeah.
Because he cares about them, but it's weird how he cares about them and he's training them for a war. This is like, he's doing the same shit, but it's just a different way of doing it.
Yeah.
So I that's a story that a lot of fans didn't like. I'm not a big fan of it either, but at the same time, I'm like,
Yeah. So
in
this is
The
a
Dark
kinda...
Knight Strikes Again, we discover that Dick Grayson was fired by Batman years ago for not being good enough. And this, combined with the training Batman put him through, which as we just discussed was pretty rough, and the death of his family, this all sent Dick Grayson somewhat insane. And so after he left Batman, he undergoes radical gene therapy and emerges with superpowers in the form of a healing factor that is so good that even after Batman chops off his head, he is fine, as Dick Grayson just grabs the head and reattaches it to his body. Now that doesn't really make much sense, but then not much of this comic actually made any sense. And so Batman's only way of killing him, as he has to at this point, as Dick Grayson is trying to kill him, is to open the trapdoor beneath the Batcave and drop him into a boiling lake of lava.
Wow.
Though it does have to be said that this is Frank Miller's version of Batman, who was always pretty murder-happy anyway.
Well,
and the main continuity
first-
version of Batman would never do something like this.
But the first,
Or at least I hope.
thank you. The first Dark Knight Returns, The Dark Knight Strikes Again, the Frank Miller adaptation was a whole lot better. The second one, I didn't know what the fuck that was about. They just went more crazy with it, because that was the first time you see Batman in that armor suit that you see in a live action movie, the Batman v Superman. That's that same fucking suit.
Okay.
So this sequel, it was a trip. Lex Luthor was president. Something happened to Shazam where Billy Baston. He was already old. He's like dead. So Shazam only survived because he's in his mystic form. So if he ever went back to his human form, he would die.
Yeah.
But in this one, Wonder Woman and Superman had a kid. Oh, look at you. Oh. Excuse the fuck out of me.
Okay, all right.
And then...
All right.
And then, no.
Batman and Superman.
My fucking...
So why did that relationship end? He's in there, Lois. Lois.
I think Lois died.
Oh, so that's what it was.
Yeah, I believe Lois died, and that's why she got with Wonder Woman. It's been a while since I read the comic, but I only read it once quickly. But yeah, I think Batman is training his kids, his adopted kids, to
apparently beating them, kidnapping them,
to go to war,
sending them to their death.
Tim Drake, another one that he wanted to quit. Batman wouldn't quite let him quit the crime fighting ways.
The Bat Force.
So, pretty much, he was fighting with all these pretty much fighting drones. Almost died. Almost got Batman insane again. Damien, the one you talked about, his biological son.
Yeah,
he died.
Yeah,
but he did care enough to get his dead body, go to the planet Apocalypse to revive him.
Oh wow! Okay.
So there was somewhat of redemption, but at the same time, mostly every Robin either almost died or
was beaten or mentally abused, and
yeah, not a good foster parent kind of way of raising your kids.
Okay, so that's Bruce Wayne, Father of the Year, and now we'll go to next up. We got Thanos here.
Thanos from Marvel Comics.
Yep, Thanos.
Originally started off as Iron Man's enemy, actually.
Yeah, but hold on 1 second. We're gonna have to blast through this stuff so we can get you out of here on time, because it's already.
I could go later.
Just go a little bit later.
I might as well.
Okay, all right. So anyway, so we're gonna do Thanos here, and of course, anybody who watches the MCU,
no, he's not Grimace.
Kind of what happened.
He's not Grimace from McDonald's. He's everybody saw what's going on. So he's kind of like a foster parent himself that is similar to Batman. So
yeah,
intriguing.
Yeah. Okay. So this video is actually pretty goddamn long. It's 21 minutes. That's why I was thinking, well, maybe I don't think we have enough time for this one right here.
Well, we could just talk about it.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just talk about Mr. Buttchin.
So he killed his own daughter, Gamora. That's the green one from Guardians of the Galaxy. If you kept up watching the Marvel cinema.
And what was the sister's name?
Nebula.
Nebula. Treated her like absolute shit.
Because they're always competing for his affection, and he figures whoever was the best, that's going to be my favorite.
Yeah.
And every time she lost, a piece of her was replaced by cybernetic enhancements.
Yeah.
And as you can tell, she lost a lot.
Like all the time, apparently.
And so she hated her adopted sister, Gamora. And Gamora finally said, you know what? That Thanos always made us fight. I never wanted to fight you.
Yeah.
So they did make amends at the end, the two sisters, if you will. But Thanos just didn't really care for them at all.
Mm-hmm.
He just kind of used them as like their...
Sorry, Thanos. We're being snapped out of existence.
I'm feeling cold.
Okay, what the fuck?
I'm feeling cold. I'm feeling cold.
I don't feel good. I don't feel good. Something's wrong.
Oh. They snapped me back. They snapped us
Yeah,
back.
apparently. Nice job.
Thanks, Hulk.
Oh my god.
I thought I was an eyewitness protection program where like, you're supposed to say Donald the door.
Hey, Thanos knows we're talking about him. He's like, motherfucker, I'm gonna fucking snap the shit out of you.
Oh, Thanos. I guess we're gonna have to make it quick so we can move on before we get snapped away.
Right? Jesus Christ.
So Thanos and Batman are very similar on treating their adopted kids like shit.
Yeah.
The difference is that Batman's fighting for good. Thanos kills everybody thinking he's doing good.
Yeah.
And by doing so, let's kill half the universe.
Yep. Just so he can get it on with death.
So I think Thanos is going to win this one.
You think so?
Well, Batman does have some redemption, as in he does care about his adopted kids.
That is true.
He does not.
Well, but then again, at least in the MCU, it showed him as he did care, and that's how he got the Soul Stone.
He cared enough just to get what he wanted. For the gauntlet.
Okay, if you put it that way, then yeah, I think Bruce would totally beat Thanos.
He will find a way. Batman's a strategist. He'll find a way to beat him, but as in Bad Dads, Thanos will win.
Okay, all right, let's
get the chart.
Let's
get the
take out
the bad list.
Thanos has been eliminated.
Eliminated or advanced?
Eliminated Thanos. Because Bruce Wayne, I think, would beat Thanos as far as Bad Dad.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to.
Well, we're a little bit torn here. Here, we'll get a tiebreaker.
I'm gonna have to use the reverse card.
Okay, hold on. Let's get some outside opinion here. Steve, worst father, Bruce Wayne or Thanos? Which one's worse?
I don't follow the comics.
Go back to Whore Island, you whore.
Well, okay. Yeah, because this one's actually kind of tough for me because I'm like, well, Bruce Wayne on the one hand, he had multiple kids, abused them all.
He has no redemption, though. Thanos has no redemption whatsoever. He doesn't care.
That is true, but at the same time, that's how bad he is. He just really does not care, whereas Bruce Wayne did.
Yeah. So the worst dad will go to Thanos.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we'll go with that then. Okay, so Bruce Wayne has been eliminated, and we got Purple Butt Chin moving on. Thanos.
Purple ball sack, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Purple ball sack.
Okay, next we have Odin Allfather.
Odin versus who?
Versus Ra's al Ghul. Okay. Ra's al Ghul.
Another DC Marvel kind of a thing there happening.
Yeah. So
who's on top of the list there?
Odin.
The Allfather and Norse mythology, I believe that's the correct term.
Yeah, Norse mythology, yeah.
So he's kind of a caring guy.
Gods.
He's kind of a patient guy, but once you disagree with him, he'll like, no, fuck you. I'm God. You're wrong. I'm Odin. You are wrong. I will teach you a lesson. And the first example of that would be the first Thor movie. Him and Thor had a little argument, and what does he do? How dare you argue with me? I'm gonna take away your armor, your little chin thingy. I'm gonna take back my hammer, saying to Earth, you're powerless, and if you learn your lesson, once you learn I'm right, then you'll get your hammer back. You get all your powers back. It was the same thing with the comics.
Pretty much banished him too, yeah.
But part of it is that in the comics and also on the movie, Thor was arrogant. So
just a little bit.
So a caring father would actually try to talk to him, but no, he didn't talk to him. He's like, you know what? It's my way or the highway, kid. So you're out of here.
Yeah, and then in the MCU, what he did right there to her, Hela.
Well, that's where it's weird because in the comics, Hela is actually Loki's daughter.
Oh, okay.
So her dad is Loki. In the MCU, they made it Odin. So that's I think they did that so it'll be better for the movies. But like in the comics, when Odin sent Thor to Earth, he made him take a human form a doctor called Donald Blake.
Okay.
So instead of him thinking just it's all about me, he wanted to make him taking care of people, and also made him like disabled, that he had to walk with a cane.
Oh, so that's why he was always in. Okay.
So, but he did remember that he could. It started where Dr. Blake found this enchanted hammer, and he could get the powers of Thor. Didn't realize that both Blake and Thor were the same.
Okay.
All that Blake knew is that if I tap this cane twice, this wouldn't stick.
Yeah.
I will become Thor, and I would get his powers and this and that.
Wow. Okay.
But then years later, they had Blake as his own separate entity, and he's hunting down Thor.
Okay.
So I need to read that story to see like exactly what happens. But he looks like all warm written, and I'm like, wow, it's kind of an interesting twist. But he did meet Jane Foster at that time.
Yeah. See, and I was trying to do the research on Odin, but I never really found that much as far as father son.
Well,
him. I have never really found as much about him being an actual parent.
Well, he did care about his kids. He was a loving husband as well. But it was one of those things, if you have an argument with him or you have a disagreement with him, he would he thinks he's right and you are wrong. Period.
Mm-hmm. So your answers are never good enough unless it's the answer I want.
Pretty much.
Wow.
Which is, I don't know, it's a God complex. Maybe that's where they.
Well, he is a god. I mean,
there you go. It's a God complex.
I don't know,
but yeah, he did that to Thor. With Loki, yes, he had a heart for Loki when he was a baby in the Frost Giants realm. The king of the Frost Giants actually left him out so he could die.
Wow. Okay.
Odin actually saw him and just saw this poor, because he was a dwarf compared to Frost Giants. So he took him in.
Didn't Loki actually kill his own dad too?
In the movie, yes. In the books, in the Marvel universe, I don't know. I gotta do my research about that. But Odin actually told Loki straight up, "Your birthright is to die."
Wow.
The only reason why I took you is so I could see if I could try to use you to bring peace between the Asgardians and the Frost Giants.
So basically like a political tool.
Pretty much. So you meant nothing to me.
Huh.
The only one that cared about him was his mom. His mom actually taught him magic, and that's where he was being necessary and became the god of mischief.
Okay.
So he got his nessiness because he knows how to just play tricks on people, and he thought it was funny. So he wasn't really a bad kid, but he never knew he was adopted, but he did see Odin favoring Thor over him.
Okay.
And he never knew why. Until finally he found out that he was adopted and he wasn't really a true Asgardian. So that wanted to make him evil because of his dad and his brother. Yeah.
Of it. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. I'm seeing that.
So because of that, and
yeah, and like the videos and stuff that I pulled up, I never found anything really too much that could show how bad of a father he is, because I was going through video.
mm-hmm.
I think you did the more of the in-depth analysis, and I was looking for videos.
no, it's
kind of something to show everybody, you know, kind of to ram home your points.
Yeah, you missed it last night. I was actually over here. I was doing all this research, and people were trying to talk to me. I'm like, yeah, taking body shots, taking shots, doing like all this. They're like, oh,
yeah, and we were recording something for our YouTube channel and stuff.
Is Igor pissed off? Did he not get laid? What the fuck happened?
I don't know. Someone was working. They were in work mode.
Can someone help him?
Okay, so that was Odin.
Mm-hmm. But also one more about in the MCU, Hela.
Yeah, banish her.
She's supposed to be the oldest, and they did fight side to side, and Mjolnir was actually her weapon.
Yeah,
but she got more bloodlust than Odin, and Odin thought that she was gonna might overthrow her, so he had her in prison.
Yeah,
erased all history of her ever being around.
Yeah, despite being kind of Odin's equal on command or whatever.
And the only way for her to get out of her prison was that Odin was the key.
Yeah,
if he died, she would be free, and no one knew about her. Like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, this crazy bitch. Who the fuck?
And it kind of makes sense. She gets back, and she's like, no one knows who I am after being here for so long.
Yeah,
he did a spell where he erased everybody's memory and all this stuff. So not only is he a bad father to Thor, thinking like, if you argue with me, I'm gonna banish you.
Mm-hmm.
Telling Loki like, you're right, your birthright is to die. To like, nah, you cray bitch. Let me banish you.
Yeah. That's pretty messed up.
So yeah, that's Odin for you.
Yes, okay. So that's pretty much Odin in a nutshell as far as his parenting expertise.
Mm-hmm.
And now next up, who we got? We got versus Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al
Ghul
from DC Comics. He's Batman's villain.
Yep.
He only calls Batman detective.
But didn't he teach him or something?
In the movie, yes, the Christian Bale version, he did show him how to fight. He did show him the ways of the League of Assassins. He has a daughter called Natalia al Ghul.
Uh-huh.
Kind of show her the way of the assassin life.
Uh-huh.
Espionage and this and that. So when Rage was actually living a long life with the Lazarus Pits, he was looking for an heir for his organization. He saw Bruce Wayne, or saw Batman, figure out who he was. I mean, he's a brilliant man himself.
Mm-hmm.
Try to use his daughter to persuade him, but it didn't work. Even though Natalia and Bruce did have a connection, it just it can't work out with an insane in-law.
Yeah.
So I think without Rage, they probably could have worked it out.
Yeah, probably.
But he was too insane. He was like an eco-terrorist, if you will. He wanted to wipe out humanity and start out fresh again, like from the beginning.
Almost Thanos-like.
And what's weird about him, he also had another daughter. And he brainwashed both of them to be delusional to follow his dream. The daughter's name was Nyssa, I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. Nyssa.
Yeah.
Nysa?
Nyasa?
It could be.
Nyasa, I think.
But yeah, they're
Or is
both
it Nisa?
Nissan.
What Nisa?
No, not Nissan. No, that's the that's a car company, son. And then he took it a step further with when Talia drugged Bruce Wayne, got pregnant. She cried too, man. She didn't want to carry the pregnancy. She took out the fetus and put it in an incubator.
Wow.
So Damian Wayne was like a test tube baby, if you will. Once he was born, she started training him at a very young age to be an assassin.
Wow. Okay.
So when he actually did meet Batman, he's all telling him, "I thought you were taller."
Hey, DKG Productions, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Yeah, we're doing part 2 of our debate from the other day.
2 dads, 1 cup.
Yeah, 2 dads, 1 cup. 2 dads, 1 cup. We're doing right now we're in the middle of discussing who's the worst father. Odin or Ra's al Ghul from Batman.
So Odin from, of course, Thor's father.
Thor's father, yep. And Talia al Ghul's daddy, yeah.
I've noticed if I could be able to pull.
Well, it's kind of a mix of DC and Marvel. You know, basically comic books, not anime, but comic books. Like last week we had look at that.
Detector. That's my Ra's al Ghul. Scarecrow's dad.
I don't know.
Not quite. I don't know too much about Scarecrow with his. Oh yes, actually. I forgot about him. Scarecrow's
Scarecrow's pretty awesome.
Crane. Oh my god, what's his first name? Oh my god.
Especially since he's a psychiatrist.
Professor Crane. He got his interest in fear because of his dad.
Yeah.
As a kid, he always wanted to scare birds. He was interested in fear, but it was his dad that kind of got him into it. Thank you, DKG Productions. I completely forgot about the Scarecrow's dad. Yeah, he was a trip. He didn't play too much on his ability, but he kind of ignored him and always tried to scare his son.
Yeah. So that's Scarecrow's father.
He's kind of a runner-up.
Yeah, I'd probably call him maybe a honorable mention.
There you go.
An honorable mention.
Yes.
Okay, so to give kind of like a brief idea of where Ra's al Ghul comes from.
Oh, here we go.
I got a little short clip here, about a 3-minute clip of his origins. Oh, you watched the Gotham show? How is that one? Because I'm honestly, I've never been much of a comic book movie watcher.
Okay, the Gotham show is actually a different take on the whole Batman genre. Like the pilot right off the bat, you hear like a boy crying, and the Waynes are dead already.
Wow.
And the only one that saw it was a young version of Catwoman, Selene Kyle.
Oh, okay.
So Gordon comes into town and he's just a detective. And he played by a guy who was on, oh my God, he was on another show where he played a cop. And there's another character, another actor, he played Bullock, and he's an awesome character actor. I just, you ever watched the first Blade movie with Wesley Snipes?
Yeah.
You remember the Weddle with the beard?
Which one? There were a couple.
The one with the beard. He was Deacon Frost's friend.
Vaguely. It's been a while since I've watched it.
Well,
vaguely.
Well, he was in it, and he actually plays Detective Bullock, and he actually plays a pretty damn good job. He's a very good character, a good actor. But slowly you see the Batman Rogue Gallery kind of coming together. And then I think the season finale of the whole series, I mean, there's several series, but the last one before they canceled the whole series was him becoming Batman.
Okay.
So they're kind of, so it's a different universe, not quite the comic book thing, but it's just another telling in another parallel universe of it. Yeah,
Detective Bullock.
Bullock. Oh my god, he was awesome in the show. Because before, oh my god, what's his name? Before Gordon came, he noticed the corruption and he wanted to change it. And Bullock's like, "Hey man, cut your fucking shit out, dude. Like, these little rules, man. You're gonna get yourself fucking killed."
Yeah, and the Riddler.
Oh yes,
the Riddler is one of my favorites. The Riddler is one of my favorites. To me, he's second to, well, not from the show, but in the comics. Period. Riddler's second to the Joker for me.
The Riddler.
That's how I feel.
He's the only one that tried not to match Batman with brains. I mean, with brawn, but with brains.
But with brains, yeah.
And
the Joker was just fucking psychotic. You know, that's
he was awesome. I do like the Riddler. They do make him sometimes corny as hell, but sometimes. But other times he's like, God damn this dude.
Yeah. It's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts actually. Okay, so now we're gonna run a quick short 3-minute clip here of Ra's al Ghul and his origins. Kind of give people a better idea of him, because
I'm sure there's a lot of people that know about him.
And perhaps Fish Mooney can come out in real life. That method acting is dangerous.
They came out with a character. I don't know.
is
She's
true.
actually based on the comics, but it was a character called Fish Mooney, and yeah, she was a trip. She was a crime boss that her subordinate was the Penguin.
Hold on, let me switch scenes here real quick. Oh wait, could you switch scenes? Go to live. The one that says live on the switch scenes. Left. Up. That one. There we go. Because I think this one actually shows the chat. So that way people can see what's going on here.
Okay.
Have everything up there at once.
Okay.
Okay, and so this right here is the clip.
I'm still learning this.
Yeah. I'll make a producer out of him yet. Let's see. All right, here we go. Oh, it's from Watch Mojo.
This immortal is one of Batman's most enduring adversaries. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we will explore the comic book origins of Ra's al Ghul.
Well? Are you man enough to face your better?
As with most comic book characters, there are
I
often
like that.
reimaginings and different versions to a character's past. We have chosen to primarily follow the storyline which unfolded in 1971's Batman number 232, and which was expanded upon in 1992's Batman, Birth of the Demon. Ra's al Ghul was born nearly 700 years ago. He grew up in a tribe of Chinese nomads wandering the Arabian desert. Fascinated with science, he decided to leave his tribe at a young age to live in a city and become a physician. There he married the love of his life. Soon after, Ra's discovered a natural pool of chemicals that could restore life and heal injury. Calling it the Lazarus Pit, he used it to save the life of a dying prince. Unfortunately, the life-giving pool had the side effect of causing the royal to go mad and kill Raz's wife. The Sultan blamed Raz for the murder, as he couldn't admit that his own son had committed the crime. In turn, Raz was taken to the desert and left to die in a cage with his wife's corpse. Rescued by the grandson of one of his patients, the duo soon sought out Raz's nomadic tribe. Together, they overthrew the Sultan and his kingdom. This was done through Raz's advanced understanding of germs and disease. He used this knowledge to infect the prince, and in turn was asked for a cure. Instead, Raz slaughtered the royal family and the entire city.
Holy
From
shit.
then on, he became known as Ra's al Ghul, Arabic for the demon's head. Using the Lazarus Pit to extend his own life, he experienced an immediate burst of madness. While it turned out to be a short-term effect, he would never again be fully sane. He then traveled around the globe for several centuries and fought in countless wars. Eventually becoming an incredible warrior and master martial artist, Raz soon started despising those who would destroy the world's natural beauty. In response, he used his accumulated wealth to become the head of an international eco-terrorist organization called the Demon, as well as leading the League of Assassins. With countless ninjas at his command, he set forth to eliminate all evil around him. This eventually
Ra's al
became a
Ghul.
full-fledged mission to eradicate all of humanity in a bid to wipe the slate clean and start over. This agenda eventually spurred numerous clashes with Batman, who has constantly defied his plans. Early in their encounters, Raz's daughter Talia al Ghul fell in love with Batman. This prompted the immortal to consider Batman as a potential heir and discovered his true identity.
Just how did you learn who I am?
I control a vast global organization, Detective.
Due to Batman's insistence on defending a corrupt
like his
world
voice
and
for the
preventing
animated
genocide,
series. It
Raz
just
has
fits him
since made
perfectly.
Batman his mortal enemy. One of the Caped Crusader's many iconic foes, Ra's al Ghul has appeared in various media over the years. Among these, he is best known for his portrayal by Liam Neeson and his decoy, played by Ken Watanabe, in 2005's blockbuster Batman Begins.
Gotham must be destroyed.
So that's a little bit of his background there.
Hatred. So yeah, he lived for quite a while. Brainwashed both his daughters. You saw Talia.
I just
didn't mention
hold on
too
a
much
second.
about
I just realized something.
What?
The the name of the website that I got the Tony Stark info is called The Bastard Stole My Waffle.com. I like that. I'm gonna have to frequent this site a little bit more.
Oh.
That's pretty good.
The bastard who stole my
Pretty
waffle.
good.
What kind of waffle was it?
I don't know, but apparently it was a pretty good one. Called him a bastard for it.
Was it a blue waffle?
I don't know. Okay, so we'll go. So bad dad. Who wins?
Bad dad.
Is it going to be Odin or Ra's al Ghul? Y'all decide. Odin Allfather versus Ra's al Ghul. Who is the worst of the two?
I'm leaning towards Rage.
Yeah, I think I kind of am too, because I mean, shit. Didn't
Well, in
didn't Talia go to the Lazarus pits too?
Well, in Batman Beyond, if you ever seen it, Terry McGinnis becomes the new Batman, and Rage is actually still alive. But he actually took over Talia's body.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
So what happened was when he was dying, took over his body, but still portrayed to be Talia. Goes up to Bruce and makes out with him. And
my God.
And then says that he's actually Rage.
Wow, that's
So they're like, what?
Okay, I'm sorry. That takes the cake right there.
So yeah,
and then we get little Damien.
Actually, it's weird. They did a Batman Beyond comic. Damien is in there, but he's actually the head of the organization.
Wow.
So he quit being Robin and became the head of the organization. So that was actually trying to trip. And he calls Terry McGinnis a pretender because he's not the true Batman. Damien should have been the Batman, not Terry.
Okay, so from the first 3 rounds, we have Omni-Man, Thanos, and Ra's al Ghul have all advanced. So now for the last bracket, we have Norman Osborn versus Brian Banner.
That one's actually going to be a very good one.
Yeah, I think that one's going to be pretty damn good.
We wanted to. I kind of
didn't Brian Banner become like a super being himself to try to kill the Hulk?
If not too many people know about,
I think like absorbing or some shit.
Should I talk about Brian first before Norman?
Yeah, let's go with Brian first because I couldn't really find much about Brian online.
Okay, Brian Banner, the father of Bruce Banner, who of course is the Hulk. He was a scientist just like his son, but very abusive to Bruce, very abusive to his wife. They actually explored that a whole lot more in the comics. Yes, Thanos was in there. Did he win? Yeah, Thanos.
Yeah, Thanos won. Thanos wound up beating he beat out Bruce Wayne as a terrible dad. Even though Bruce Wayne was pretty bad too, but still.
If you looked into history, yeah, Bruce. Oh, Brucey.
Difference is that it wasn't really to throw him off cliffs. You know, he'd make sure they were at least kind of okay.
Yes.
As Thanos didn't really give a shit.
But Brian Banner, he was obsessed with his work. I think he was an alcoholic as well. I think so. I don't remember about that, but there was this one Christmas he was arguing with his wife, and he just smacked the shit out of her.
Oh wow!
Little Bruce tried to intervene. He smacked the shit out of him too, flew him against the wall, and that's what started a whole psychological thing with Bruce that the Hulk is a manifestation of his defense for when shit goes wrong. So when the so when the gamma rays would hit Banner, it manifests that protector, which was the Hulk.
Okay, that makes sense.
And if you kind of understood the Hulk's persona, if you will, in the beginning, he just wants to be left alone. Like, don't hurt Hulk, or Hulk will hurt you. Like, he's the strongest of all. Don't make Hulk mad. You know, you don't like me when I'm angry. And throughout the comic history, there's been different variations of the Hulk. But that's that one that it's part of his psyche. And so it's more of a psychological thing. And even though years later that they got rid of the dad, Hulk kind of had a family. Like there was a She-Hulk. He had a son named Scar from when he was on Planet Hulk. The Abomination was there, which was the next Abomination was Rick Jones. He became the new Abomination. Somehow there's a demon that came out, and it was actually Brian Banner.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And he wanted to destroy Bruce and his family. He didn't want to see him happy.
Yeah, that's that's kind of what I read a little bit, is that his father came back as a super being and just wanted nothing more but to destroy him in his life. And
well, after he came back as a demon, but after they defeated him, he came back again.
Dude done quit.
No, he possessed the Hulk's body and still kept him being the Hulk. So he was just like a jerk in the Hulk's body.
Wow.
And he was fighting like just people like, like everybody thinks, Hulk's out of control, you gotta calm down. But he like, Hulk's not dumb. It's like, you're not fighting Bruce.
Wow.
This ain't Bruce you're fighting with.
Okay, and this right here is a short clip that I found of Hulk confronting the abusive father. I think this might be him versus his dad, I guess.
If it's from
I
the
didn't
show,
watch it yet. I didn't watch it. I think it's from the show.
If it's from the show, I think it's just some kid.
Just some kid?
Yeah, some father and his kid.
Okay.
Because
I haven't actually seen the show at all. I just saw Hulk confronts the abusive father, and I instantly thought it was Brian. So.
Yeah, I don't think that.
Well, maybe there's some insight into what happened to Bruce Banner.
It's a possibility due to the fact that when they wrote that storyline with the dad, it was like 60s, 70s. This show came out around the 70s, so maybe it was a foreshadowing of the dad.
Okay, well, maybe I don't know. Let's see what it shows. If anything, we could probably at least glean the attitude he has towards.
Yes.
Okay, Absorbing Man. That's what I think it was. Eric Bana was Absorbing Man.
No, Eric Bana was the one who portrayed the Hulk.
Yeah,
he portrayed the Bruce
I know.
Banner.
But what I mean is
in the movie,
the
father.
The father.
Oh my God, what's his name?
I like Eric Bana as an actor. I really like him. Okay, let's
Nick
see.
Nolte. That was the actor that played the father.
Okay.
Nick Nolte.
Let's see what's this. Short clip here. Yeah. God, this is so old.
I wore that shit in the 80s.
Now, Paul says also in that movie, his dad experimented on himself, and Bruce inherited the genes to become the Hulk.
In the movie, yes.
Hey, Mark. Want to play a little one-on-one?
I missed that actor.
He does look awful familiar.
21, I'll go first.
What happened to
You
one-on-one?
ever seen the corn chip of Eddie's father?
I get slaughtered.
Huh?
You ever seen the corn chip of Eddie's father, I believe? He's been around for a
Hold it.
while.
Top of the key.
No, you shoot from back there and I'll shoot from up here.
handicapper.
Handicapper.
Miss Walker said you went to see my mom.
I expect to meet her here in a few minutes.
What for?
Well, we thought it might be best if all of us, Miss Walker, your mother, and you and myself, all went to the police station.
Bill Bixby.
Bill Bixby. Oh my
We were trying to get away from the cops last night.
I want to talk to him about your father. Because I think one day he may hurt you pretty badly. I don't want to see that happen.
Will they put him in jail?
No.
Then he'll come back to us.
Mark.
He'll start all over, except that he'll just be madder.
No, Mark, you got to understand. Your father's not a criminal. He doesn't want to beat you.
Then why does he do it?
Because he has a problem.
Wow.
And we may be able to help him with it if we go to the police.
You're not going anywhere, Baxter.
Daddy.
Yep.
Hear that music?
Daddy,
I
no.
don't know who you think you are,
Hear that music?
but I'm good and tired of you interfering in my family.
I'm good and tired.
Holland,
Dude,
you're
man,
just
he's got the
trying to help
Omni-Man
your son.
stash.
What I do with
He's
my
got the
son and my
Omni-Man
wife
stash.
is
You
my
better
business.
watch out.
But not the hairstyle.
You understand?
But can't you see that you're hurting them? You need help. Let me help you.
By taking me to the police?
Mr. Holland, you're not...
Dad, leave him alone! Leave him alone!
Get out of here, Mark!
Oh.
Mark, run!
Oh. Don't make me angry. Look, you're gonna see the ice.
Run, boy, run.
I remember those hallways. God damn. Chasing after bitches.
Get out of there.
Dad, he's got Mr. Baxter with you!
Okay, now let's do about 50 more takes of you running down the hallway.
I know, right? Yeah, I hate my job.
That hairstyle wasn't flapping in the wind like it should, and those bell bottoms were not flying, son.
Yeah, you know, one of the things that's funny though, it seems like child labor laws don't seem to apply to movies.
Back in
shows, period.
Back in the day, they did.
You know, no, even nowadays, you still get child actors.
They did
You know,
put a
I'm
rec.
like,
They did put a thing on it, but back in the day, nope. They did not.
Yeah, I never thought about that until just now. The child actors and stuff, they're pretty much forced to work, kind of. Well, not forced to work, but they are encouraged to do so. Anyway, here we go.
Let's continue.
Beat him up! Oh my God, I'll call the police. Don't move.
He's gonna run back, isn't he? Yep.
I told you.
I called it.
Oh, look, the ice. Like, you can tell when he's turning when you see those white eyes. Right there.
There it is.
Teach you about help. Come on.
Look at this beautiful
Come on
piece
out,
of
Baxter.
cinematography here.
Oh.
Can't you handle it?
You know when my wife was little and this came on, it scared the shit out of her.
Oh wow.
She was afraid.
Look at that dude's delts, man.
Damn.
Get away from me. Stay away.
Back in the day, that was steroids.
No, please.
He's been juicing.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Stay away.
You know, fun fact, Lou Ferrigno, he got into bodybuilding because he was bullied. Because he was deaf in one ear. What they should have done, they should have made it stuck in the wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lou Ferrigno. Look at that stunt coronation.
I know. How they have the shot coming in low.
Yeah.
He's like, here you go, you can try it again.
Those pecs.
That ass, though.
That ass, though.
Here, Jack.
Oh, you know what? Wow.
Come here. Put your hands down, boy.
Well, I wonder if he's remembering or that's from.
Yeah. It's like,
Daddy. Daddy.
Oh, the father's remembering.
oh, okay.
So it's a cycle.
Mark, please forgive me.
Oh, okay, now I understand.
Okay, yeah, I get it now.
That's how you break the cycle, I guess, by beating up the.
Just abuse him a little bit more.
So the Hulk is a hero.
Yeah.
This radical therapy is insane.
I know, right? Man, the kind of therapy they had back then. What the hell?
Green men beating you up.
Yeah.
I paid top dollar for that though.
Yeah, well, you kind of see it in the WWE. There we go. That's why so many guys like it. You know.
There you go, because
that's what it is.
They want muscular men to just push him around against the mat.
Yeah. Okay. So this is
that was entirely different.
Yeah, it was entirely different, but I was hoping to get some insight into his approach against abusive parents. Well, for Bruce Banner and the Hulk, but
yeah, Bruce's dad's a bitch. How about that? He's an asshole.
But I don't care. That was a nice piece of work there.
It was.
I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed that little clip. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what I enjoy? That picture
of that Pikachu. What?
That Pikachu with the glasses.
What the hell is that?
When your interest connects you to your people. Tumblr. Thanks, Tumblr, free advertisement.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let's zoom in on this a little bit here. Hey, Pikachu's gone.
No, you gotta. Okay. Can you?
So we got right here Norman Osborn now. The Green Goblin. The father of what? Who's the Hobgoblin?
No.
Didn't his son become the Hobgoblin?
No.
Or was it
No, what? He became the first Green Goblin. When he passed away, his son kind of had amnesia for a little bit, and then he found out Peter Parker, Spider-Man, that you killed my dad. Now we're at war. Henry became the second Green Goblin. He had amnesia, and then it was forgotten for a while. Then some low thug.
Hello, my name is Harry Osborn. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Prepare with a goblin bub.
Prepare to die.
So there's this low-tech criminal, like this low street thug, found one of the Green Goblin's hiding places. So he had several all around the city. He told this one guy about it. He was kind of like an art dealer or some shit like that. So they transported everything somewhere else. They sent the guy to his merry way, and he kind of blew up the van with the guy in it. So no one would know.
Okay.
So in the Spider-Man community, it was about a good month or a couple of months or so. No one knew who he was. And no one knew that he was going to redesign the Green Goblin's outfit to become the Hobgoblin. And that's how you come up with the Hobgoblin. But no one knew the identity because it kept switching from different people to different people.
Okay.
So that was actually made him a little bit more mysterious and a little bit more dangerous. So he wasn't not some criminal genius. He was more like a good strategist.
Mm-hmm. Now, like my understanding of Norman is basically mainly based on the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. That basically what I gleaned from that, what I understood, was that he pretty much didn't pay much attention to his own kid. I guess it's because he didn't think much of him, that he wasn't good enough to be. He basically had a high standard for his progeny.
Well, in the beginning,
he never met it.
In the beginning, it was entirely different. He actually came from a wealthy family. But he lost it all because his dad, Norman's dad, embezzled a lot of the money that ruined the family, and they got bankrupt. So he resented his dad. He met this woman. They got married, had a kid, Harry. And at that time, he got with some other gentleman to help create Osborn Corporation.
Oscorp, yeah.
The wife died when Harry was about a year, so it made him kind of want to be more driven, to be more professional, more to make more money because he didn't want to be a failed businessman, failed father, and all this stuff. But at the same time, he neglected Harry. But he did wanted to hold Harry in this high pedestal, but he could never reach that pedestal, no matter how hard Harry tried. And Harry had a wonderful friend, Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man. But Harry saw, Norman saw more of Peter Parker achieving the goals that he wanted for Harry.
Yeah.
So,
okay, so that let me get to read some of this point on why Norman Osborn is a shit dad. Okay, so it says, a lot of the evil fathers in this list recruited their children to follow in their footsteps. Sometimes it works, sometimes it fails, and sometimes it completely ruins their lives on a deeply fundamental level. Such is the bond between Norman and Harry Osborn, both of whom went batshit insane, and became the Green Goblin at one point or another. We've all seen the Spider-Man movies and businessman Norman's misguided attempts to make his son a better, tougher person. Tougher person turned Harry into a quivering, self-conscious loser with some hardcore daddy issues. Hardcore.
Harry Hardcore.
Yeah, Harry Hardcore. Dude, maybe that would be a good name for a commenter.
Harry Hardcore.
Okay, all right, anyway. Even when Harry followed his father into supervillainy, Norman wasn't pleased. Wow, even whenever he became a villain too, he wasn't happy.
No.
And only ever mocked Harry for being a terrible Green Goblin.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you're fucking, your villain game's whack. You know, that's kind of what I'm getting from it. It's
I can't call you my son.
Okay, what does this say here? Okay, this was supposed to be.
That looks like Harry, actually.
This was supposed to be easy. I'm gonna have to zoom in one more time. I can't read it.
Can you zoom in?
Yeah, there we go. Okay, this was supposed to be easy. Sweetheart. Yeah, sweetheart. Okay. I was like, sweetheart?
Sweetheart?
Sweetheart? I was like, what's a sweetheart? Okay, I play the wounded puppy, and you're the lovesick boyfriend, but you couldn't even do that right. Is it any wonder why I chose him over you? You make me sick. God, Lily, the baby. Okay, snug as a bug. He's strong like his daddy. Changes with me. Want to feel him kick your teeth in? Who's that?
I'm pitching a tent right now.
All right, I know. Who's this?
That I don't know.
Who is this?
This must be
Hey, Paul DKG. Do you know who is that?
I know he was married, unless it's part of the Secret Invasion.
She looks horny to me.
She has goblin bombs on her side. Yeah, she does.
She looks a little bit horny, but anyway, let us know in the chat who the hell that is. In other words, she's breaking up with you. Okay, for coming up with a plan to have his own son killed, which involved knocking up his son's girl. Oh shit! Oh, dude. No way! Coming up with a plan to have his son killed, which involved knocking up his son's girlfriend in order to produce a new, better son. Norman Osborn is definitely the most evil father in comic. Wow, he knocked up his son's girlfriend. Dude.
But wait, there's more.
Dude.
That I didn't know, and that is actually awesome.
Shit. Wow.
I want to make a better son with your chick.
Fucking hell, that's... Wow.
I was going to say...
I did not know that.
I was going to say you hear it here first, but apparently it's been up for a while.
I did not know that. Wow.
Bringing the best stories on the web since 2019.
I don't know. That's a pretty good story. Holy shit.
But wait, there's more.
Who the... Wow.
He did the same thing to Peter Parker's ex-girlfriend, Gwen Stacy, before she passed away. They had a one-night stand. She got pregnant with twins.
God damn, Norman was a horn dog too, sitting there, I don't like you much. I'm gonna fuck your girl.
But with
holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow, that's vile, dude. That is vile. Oh my God. Okay. All right. That for me, that wins hands down.
Against who?
Against Brian Banner. I think that wins.
That's just the tip of the iceberg, actually. But
Yeah,
if
let
you
me
want,
know more. Let me know more. More about. Give me some more of that Norman because that's the end of this one. I think.
well, like I was saying earlier,
Wow! Holy shit! That's fucking nuts. I did not know that. That's
so everybody knows about the infamous fight about, of course, from the Tobey Maguire movies about Spider-Man supposed to save either some innocent people or his girlfriend. In the movies, it's Mary Jane. In the comics, it was Gwen Stacy.
Yeah.
And so the Garfield one, he was trying to save Stacy, and when he webbed her and tried to pull her up, he accidentally broke her neck.
Man.
In the movies, it looked like she hit her head on the floor to break her neck.
Yeah,
but before that,
he was banging her.
yes, Norman.
Oh
banged
my God.
Stacy, Gwen Stacy. He banged her. She had.
Oh my God.
She had twins. They were in Europe. Raised them in Europe. And thanks to the goblins,
gene, the goblin gene or whatever.
Formula.
Uh-huh.
They grew up in a rapid pace. So they're growing up faster than your normal twins. Then he was training them to fight and kill Peter Parker.
Jesus Christ.
So not only
this
that
dude's fucking wacko.
he's making babies to help kill or destroy his only son, his firstborn son, and also his greatest enemy, which is Peter Parker.
God damn, and he's doing it using their fucking ladies too, man. He's like, here we go, that's okay. I'm just gonna sit back. I'm gonna fuck your girl.
100% disrespect.
She's gonna have my babies, and I'm gonna let my babies do the dirty work.
What's that?
Using the genes of those you love.
What's that?
Dude, that's sick.
What's that meme about Stevie Nicks that she writes songs about ex-boyfriends?
Uh-huh.
And Stevie Nicks is like, bitch, I write songs about how bad my boyfriend is and make him play guitar for the songs I write.
Wow.
Great guitarist. I forget his name.
Okay, all right. So who you got here then?
Neumann. I think Norman.
I think Norman too. Chime in real quick. You got 15 seconds. 15 seconds to chime in.
I'm kind of a scientist myself.
Oh my God. Dude, for me it's Norman easy. It is Norman by a mile.
Stormin' Norman.
That is some Jesus Christ.
Even though
Can you hold
Brian
it for me? Yeah, hold up for me.
Even Brian Banner won't. I don't think he's done that yet. But give him some.
I think more time,
a little bit of advice. I think he would have done it.
Yep, but as of right now, it's probably a good thing he never met Norman. They're from different universes. Wait, no, they're not.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. They're both Marvel.
Yes,
they're both Marvel. So we got some Marvel on Marvel crime here.
If they would have teamed up. Ooh.
Oh my God. Okay, so I'm thinking Norman wins here. So we'll go ahead and put a square around him. Bye Brian Banner. Okay, so now we got Howard Stark versus Omni-Man. Omni-Man won. Bruce Wayne versus Thanos. Thanos won. Odin versus Ra's al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul won. And now we got Norman Osborn that has defeated Brian Banner. I'll just put Norman. So,
Norman.
Now, out of these ones, we got to pick a winner. Omni-Man versus Thanos. I'd have to say Thanos.
I think Thanos would, because there was redemption with Omni-Man.
With Omni-Man, yeah, there's actually a purpose to it.
Because
there's a purpose to it.
Even though he made more children, he does like his kids. He does love them. It's just the path that he wants his kids to take.
Yeah.
But then in the comics, he has a change of heart, and he wants to move on. Thanos never really moved on. He just pretty much, he's in love with death, as in the physical form.
Okay, so Thanos moves into the final round of the comic book conference. Okay, now we got the winner between Ra's al Ghul and Norman Osborn.
Both don't show any redemption at all.
No. But at the same time, Ra's al Ghul is not out there fucking Batman's ladies giving birth to kids so that way they could kill him.
Well, they're both using their kids
differently, but he's not.
They're both using their kids as a weapon after they either pass on or using it so to gain their power to something else.
Yeah, but to me, it's like Norman. Norman takes the cake because he's taking it to another level, even down to who he's partnering with. It's specifically designed, in my eyes, to attack who he wants to kill. He just goes around and he sleeps with their ladies. That's why I'm thinking Norman Osborn. What do you think? Ra's al Ghul versus Norman.
Hands down, I think it has to be Norman.
Yeah, I think it's Norman too. So then Ra's al Ghul does not move on to the finals. We got Norman Osborn versus Thanos in the final. Even in this one, I'm going to have to go with Norman. Even in this one, I'm going to have to go because I'm sorry. Norman Osborn is just too disrespectful in his purpose.
Is this the first time you're finding out about Norman?
Well, in that context, yes. I knew how he treated Harry, but I did not know that he was banging his son's girlfriend to give birth to babies to kill him.
Hey.
And I also did not know that he was banging Gwen Stacy, winds up killing Gwen Stacy after she served her purpose to give birth to his progeny to help kill Spider-Man.
It's the facts of life.
He's no, I mean Thanos didn't even do that. Thanos is just like, no, I just want to get these things so I can snap everything. He's not like, this is what I'm gonna do, Iron Man. First, I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna bang Pepper Potts. She's gonna have one of my kids so that way she can kill you.
She's gonna put one in her pots?
Yeah. I'm gonna put one in her pot.
Stir it up.
Yep.
Stir fried.
Yep. And it's gonna be spicy because it's pepper. Yep. Yep.
Emotional, damn it.
He never did anything like that. Because honestly, for me, what's pushing Norman for me is the disrespect. That's what's really pushing me.
Yes.
Whereas Thanos, he really just didn't care. He just had a goal he wanted to accomplish it. That's it.
So Norman just did it just for the fact that I want to just see you suffer.
Yeah.
I don't want to kill you. I want to see you suffer first.
Exactly. And because just killing you is not good enough for you. You need to suffer a bit while I toy with you and have you get killed by your own kids or by my kids. My kids are enough for you.
By your
it's
by your half brothers, if you will.
Yeah, or something like that.
Your half siblings.
Yeah, it's like, oh, by the way, hey, I fucked your girl. What you gonna do about it? Dude, that's
revenge.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say Norman.
All right, Norman wins. I agree.
Yep. So Thanos has been eliminated by the ultimate bad father in the comic book universe, Norman Osborn.
Ooh. Applause? Where's the applause?
Yeah, get the applause. Good job, Norman. Good job.
Do we have a boo?
Norman, way to be a piece of shit.
We don't have a boo button here?
So then we got, no, we don't have a boo button. We don't have a, but we do have this one. Okay. So now, last week, we had the competition of who was the worst father from the anime universes. And we picked Sho Tucker, who is a man. In order to maintain his alchemist license, it's Sho Tucker from Full Metal Alchemist.
Yes.
In order to do so, he killed his wife by trying to fuse them together with an animal to create a talking chimera.
Mm-hmm.
And then
he fused his daughter with a dog.
Just so he could keep his state funding and his alchemist license. So he can keep doing his research.
So you're saying he has a run for his money with Norman Osborn?
Yeah. I honestly think so. Despite the fact that, he did kill his own kids. Well, Thanos killed his own kids. You know? You know what I mean?
Well, he's trying to kill his own kid with another one of his kids.
With another one of his kids that he had with his son's girlfriend, for crying out loud.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah, I know.
He also has other kids with his enemy's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Trying to kill him, too.
Yeah. God darn. I honestly did not think Sho Tucker would have any competition. This one's tough for me.
Well, wait, there's more.
Let me do this. Okay. I kind of wonder if maybe we should leave it for next week. The final battle.
You know what? If we can, we can do that. We could do more research because the only thing we know about
deep dive into this.
Because the only thing we know about Sho Tucker for right now is that killed wife to make a chimera. She wanted to commit suicide. They killed it. Made his daughter and a dog to another chimera. Just for his selfish funding to continue. While Norman has plans.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm doing this for myself. Like, no. Let me fester on this.
Let me have some fun with this. Okay, so next week, we're going to go with the climactic battle here. Sho Tucker from Full Metal Alchemist versus Norman Osborn. From the Marvel Universe.
Real quick, who would be more patient? Norman Osborn or Batman? Strategizing revenge. Because Batman's a strategist.
But at the same time, I don't think Norman knew that his progeny would accelerate in growth. So it could have been a plan years in the making.
Well, that's what Norman did when in the comics when the Goblin glider impaled him.
Mm-hmm.
He survived in the comics, killed a homeless guy to replace him in the morgue, and took off to Europe.
Uh-huh.
And what saved him was simply the formula. From there, he went there and he created a whole new life. But he was plotting his revenge for about 20 plus years to come back. That's a strategist.
Yep.
So it's like, I'm living over here. I'm making my wealth. At the same time, what can I do to get back at Spider-Man?
Yeah.
And at the same time, he reinvented the Avengers.
You know, honestly, I think we could probably make a decision right now. Because I really do think Norman might have it.
You think so?
Over Sho Tucker. Well, yeah, because, I mean, he's trying to kill his kid. He didn't actually kill his kid, but he's trying to do it. But the way he's trying to do it is probably in the worst way he can. You know, it's not like he's doing it.
That's how much he despises his son.
Yeah, he's trying to do it in the absolute worst way he can. And he's not going to be satisfied if he just goes over there and just goes, oh, hey, Harry. There, that's it. That's not good enough. It has to be worse. And that's to me, it's like...
Well, that's what makes revenge so fun.
Now, Sho Tucker was like... He was like, oh, my God, I need to keep my license. Here, kids, here. Stand there and fuses the kids together. Uses alchemy on the kids. Yeah. It didn't work.
We didn't touch.
So I'm thinking, yeah, I can make a decision right now. Yeah, I'm actually very surprised. I thought there was nothing that could take on Sho Tucker, and I'm actually quite shocked.
I'm glad. I'm glad you're shocked.
I did not know that Norman Osborn was that devious. I did not know he was like that. I might have a new favorite Marvel villain, folks. Holy shit, that's... Damn. I keep thinking about it.
Wow.
It's like, what can I do to seriously fuck with you before I off your ass? Whereas Show Tucker's motivation wasn't nearly as disturbing. He just wanted to keep his thing. So, okay, well, I need to use my kid.
You know who's kind of up there with Norman Osborn?
Who?
Eric Cartman from South Park.
Yeah.
Remember that one kid that picked on him?
Scott Tenorman, yeah.
And then he got his revenge by killing his parents, grilling them up to make a big bowl of chili and have him eat it.
Yep.
And then after he's crying, like, oh, let me drink your tears.
Yeah,
oh.
no, and then his favorite band shows
Radiohead.
up. Radiohead shows up, and it's like, oh, what a big baby, you know. And even to add insult to injury,
the idol band
it's
that he
like,
likes is not liking him. He might like us, but we don't like you, kid.
Yeah, so, I think I can make a decision right now. I think we're gonna have to go with Norman.
Wow.
I really do think so.
That much, huh?
Yeah. It's actually quite shocking. I was team Tucker all the way for that. But Jesus Christ.
I'm glad you found a way.
What about you? What do you think?
I'm Norman all the way.
You're Norman as well?
Yep. 100%.
Yeah.
Because it's about the worst dad ever and why they're the worst dad ever.
Yeah. But
yes, their actions do play a strong role in what they're doing. But if it's just one act compared to the multiple different acts. Yeah, Show Tucker had 2 little things that he did. But Norman Osborn actually took the cake.
Yeah.
He took the whole motherfucking cake.
Yep. So the winner of the 2 Dads 1 Cup tournament, the cup for the worst father goes to Norman Osborn. Take your bow, Norman, you fucking piece of shit. Oh my God. I mean, that was ridiculous.
I'm going to have to shop for a Green Goblin mask now.
Yeah. And William Dafoe did such a good. William Dafoe is awesome.
You know, the only reason why he wanted to get back into the No Way Home? So he could do his own stunts.
We have an announcement to make, though. We have some new challengers.
What?
Some challengers to the throne of piece of shit dad.
What? Who can defeat Norman? Who challenges Norman? Next week.
For the show, we are going to be going after Norman Osborn with the worst dads of Disney.
What?
The Disney dads.
That's going to be hard because
it may look all innocent and flowery, but
well, they're not known for dads. That's the thing.
Exactly. They're not known. Why aren't they known for dads?
Daddy wasn't there.
Daddy wasn't there. Daddy wasn't there.
That Austin
Take
Powers
me
song.
to the fair to change my underwear. I guess he doesn't care.
Daddy had no hair.
Daddy wasn't there.
Daddy had no chairs.
But yeah, because this was actually my wife's idea to bring in the Disney dads into this fray.
Oh, really?
Yes. And
I could think maybe
some
one
of the reasons that she brought up was pretty darn good.
Well, I know about one or two.
Like, who do you know?
I'm an old schooler, so the Sword in the Stone.
Yeah. Yeah.
King Arthur's dad, if you
Arthur's
will.
father, yeah.
He had two sons. One he really wanted to make into a knight, while the other one constantly the squire.
Yep.
That oh my god, the second one. Who can the second one be? It was on the tip of my tongue. Jesus Christ.
Let's hear. You got Bambi's dad.
Maybe because he named him Bambi. I don't know.
Nah, he was never there.
It's so weird. The movie was Bambi. It's a boy deer. It's a male deer, and they named it Bambi. But in reality, a lot of women are called Bambi.
Yeah, and so for next week's episode, next Sunday, we are going to wind up having the Disney dads. And to better explain that, my wife will be joining us on the show because she's like
a Disney fanatic,
a Disney file.
A Disney file.
A Disney file. I'm going to call her a Disney file. Yeah, so she's going to explain to us why the Disney dads can compete with the likes of Norman Osborn.
No.
I don't know. I'm kind of
No.
I don't know if the Disney dads can handle Norman.
Ooh, honey child. Ooh, honey child.
But I don't know. Maybe she knows something we don't.
Probably.
So anyway.
Maybe the only other one I know, which I don't know the dad, is the demon from Fantasia.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true, too.
But then
Disney can span all kinds of things, too, even to the MCU. But I expressly forbade her from using the MCU because it's part of the comic book universe.
Well, yes. So, I mean, even though Disney bought to make the movies for MCU, it's kind of hard because it's kind of a cheat.
Yeah.
So I'll say no. I mean, I do agree with you on that.
Yeah.
But other stuff, they did buy Fox.
Oh, yeah, they did. They did buy Fox.
So if they did buy Fox, she could use Fox's dads, if you will.
Yeah.
They're Disney now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Peter Griffin and... Wait, no, that's Comedy Central, isn't it?
No, they started off in Fox.
They just started
and
off in
then
Fox?
they got fired. And then...
Star Wars, you got Anakin.
Yes.
You got Anakin Skywalker and Palpatine and...
Buddha. Not a Buddha.
Yeah, there's going to be some... There might be some doozies in there.
Chewie's dad. Maybe Han Solo's dad.
Yoda's dad. You never heard of him?
No. Daddy wasn't there.
I don't even know if they even have the... No, wait. Okay. If someone was born through the Force, the Force is your daddy. Therefore,
it's a Force daddy.
The fact that the Force is always trying to kill you because you got the Sith, they're constantly using the Force.
Isn't there two Forces or one? I'm not.
It's all one Force.
So I'm not too familiar with the Force lore.
It's one Force, two sides. There's two sides to the Force. You have the dark side and you have the light side. The good and bad. Think of it.
Is the Force a Gemini?
Maybe. The way I've always seen it is it's like the yin and yang. You know, the yin yang symbol.
Yes.
That symbol by itself is the Force, but within that, there's light and darkness. But at the same time, within the darkness, there's a little white dot representing that. No matter how dark it gets, there's going to be a speck of light.
Yes.
And then
Vice
same thing
versa.
for the other side. Yeah, no matter how bright it gets, there's always going to be a shadow. So, yeah, that's my favorite symbol ever. Is the Tao. It's the yin yang. The yin yang symbol is my favorite. It means a lot. Which is why sometimes whenever I'm online stuff, I see people have that as a profile pic and they're talking like total ass bags.
My favorite symbol.
And it's like, you have no idea what that represents. You just put that there because it looks cool.
My favorite symbol is the hat from Arby's. We got the meats.
Arby's is pretty cool.
Sponsored by Arby's.
Get
if
beef.
you're watching.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in. Thank you all for your comments and everything. Tune in next week. We should be live around 7-ish.
You gotta wait for part 3.
See if any of these Disney dads would be able to take on Norman Osborn and his pretty fucked up ways. I'm just gonna say that.
His goblin.
Man, he's disgusting though. Wow.
His goblin ways.
Jesus Christ. Like, and then you got to think too. Like, what if, like, say, from Little Mermaid, King Triton, you never did find out what happened to the mother.
Sorry.
What if Triton killed his mother for going up to the surface?
Sorry, Charlie. I don't know. That's a reference for tuna.
That's food for thought. I like tuna.
Oh, are we phasing out? Oh, I thought we were phasing out there a little bit.
All right. Well, thanks again for watching. We'll see y'all again next week, 7 p.m. Y'all have a good night.